didn't it save my dock? For real.
I see Forsen, I type Forsen.
The those dock, custom browser dock. What?
Is that them?
Okay, there. Got in, so. Yo, I got the stuff. Finally got in. Holy crap. What's happening? Holy shoot.
Welcome to the battlefield, pilot. I hear you'll make a valuable addition to our outfit.
Hairstyle. Right here. All as possible, so don't get shot. Confirm pilot. Tiny pilot. Tiny. Make my hitbox smaller in combat. Very important. Oh, maybe this is a break. Come on, game. Let me through. I want my 3 hours of play. Mouse movement is actually slower. Slower. That's weird. That failed to save. Rip. Kidding me. I mean, I guess you'd be happy I got in, right? At all. Let's say port process. Save again. Keep trying to save. I haven't even named my character yet. Some of the next step of I can't get in. Just the step where you don't get to. Oh. No, we ain't giving up. We ain't never give up. Gave up really quick that time. Look, you guys. Yeah, that's funny. Imagine me lost this fuck because of a hidden block in the floor behind a chest. I hate water. Their water temple, yes. So I finally got in the game, but now I'm stuck in the character creation because it won't save. So, you know, I went and took a nap, woke up, and I was like, oh. I wish to save, game. Allow me to save. The servers are probably getting bun rushed by people, though. Yeah, people are saying they got in. Like, not even trying. Practical updates, the freaking suit like kind of shines. The lighting is kind of cool. That wasn't a thing before. Even on PS5, it doesn't like that. Nice graphical update. I don't want to cancel the process, but I'm pretty sure I'll send back to the login screen. I'm scared. How do you mess up this hard? Actually, this thing is not going to open. There's a bunch of people on the thing saying the same thing now. The 3 hours of this probably. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Man, they know how to make me mad. Think you mean my AC? Let me get the entirety of what you just said there. You think? You mean my AC? Okay. I went in. Just sitting here, like, let me in. What am I doing? I'm trying to make a character. Oh, I'm trying to save my character in this game, but it's not letting me. Kind of waiting. Yeah, I've pressed the save button a few times, and it's kind of sitting here. I'm really stuck. Hitting it might help. Try saving your character. Yeah, I'm on the character save part too. It stopped asking me about saving. Well, I can't do it. I can't back out anymore. There's no backup button. I'm stuck now. So I'm hoping there's something going on in the background right now that let me get in the game. That's what I'm hoping, at least. We'll see, though. Let me in. Alt F4? Yeah, but if I don't Alt F4, I want to see what happens first. They might have just done a hard reset on the server. So it was like trying to save repeatedly before. So this instance is different. Someone got all the way in. Oh yeah, no, that person doesn't know. Yeah, nothing yet. Okay. Alt F4 will actually make it come up. Now stuck on the loading screen? Why would I back up though? Loading screen like after selecting your character? Is that what's gonna happen? Is that what you mean? I didn't even press that. It closed itself. So, are you on the loading screen after selecting your character, or are you on the loading screen back at the start of the game again? Because I don't want to go back if that's the case. Can't see the game using any network resources. That's a good question. Let's see. Task manager. Processes. Network. You're right. It's using literally 0. Okay, yeah. That's very right. It's not doing anything. God damn it. Yep, I swear to God. That's a valid reasoning. No network resources. It's like, oh yeah, you're right. We're back here again. Maybe they did do like a hard reset, because that was weird that it suddenly stopped trying to save. So like normally when you go to the creeping application data screen, it like fucks up a lot, like or it'll take a while to load. Usually, now the application data thing's fucked up. A whole new problem. This was not a problem before. Yeah, I figured they'd be refreshing servers. That's what it looks like to me too. Because when I was saving, it suddenly goes, boop, and then like stop trying to save anymore, even though it failed to save a bunch of times, and then just put me on a hard stop, which means that they must have like literally just disconnected everything, right? I just want to get in, man. I took off like an hour early from work for the first one, got bodied for it, went and go took a nap because, you know, after waiting the entirety of the first section of it. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. That sounds about right. Be stuck forever. Well, actually, that loading screen comes up on the PS4 PS5 version too. So the black loading screen shows up right before you make it into the lobby. That's the normal one. You get that for a while actually normally. For like a solid like minute and a half sometimes. Even on the M.2s from the PS5. It's like a network connection thing. It just takes forever. I hope they extend this, like, or something. See, I'd say products. Well, no, you're right. Products. Code Vein had that stupid clipping issue with the clothing and stuff. It was so obvious. It's like, why would you do that? Right? Products again. The only thing that didn't seem to be off really was the last game they've released was you don't get to include Elden Ring, okay? You're not allowed to include Elden Ring because even though they had a like small hand in it, you're not allowed to include it. Scarlet Nexus is like the last game they released that didn't look utterly horrible and come out horribly, but it also had no network connectivity, right? Other than like the password shit. Everything else come out horribly. I mean, honestly, Gundam Evolution started up fine and played great almost all the way through. I had like one network error the entire time I played the game. And it wasn't even on my side. I think the only thing wrong with the Gundam Evolution was the not being able to reconnect the games, right? It didn't give you enough time to reconnect. So you just always got the penalty every time. Yeah, in a way. Just give us like Federation versus Zeon's Zeonic Front, War in Space. Just give us those games. People would buy them. People would buy them. Yeah, I agree. I would have been satisfied with you. I mean, I would have bought them. In the Gundam Evolution survey, I directly mentioned Federation versus Zeon and how unique Gundam Evolution was, in the sense that it took everything from Overwatch and kind of just fixed it, and then added some like neat spice to it. It's been a while since Bandai Namco's come out with a game that like is different. Excuse me. It's not identical to Overwatch. The primary thing, every character doesn't have an aim down sight option. So they kind of leaned into hip firing as an option, which is great. They removed like party-wide shielding, which is great. The verticality of the game is completely different. Really, it's not extreme. You know, all the movement-based abilities and stuff like that are huge. The movement in general. And the use of the boost gauge is like a non-proper stamina gauge. And I don't want to see that, considering how much damage Barbados does. Why wouldn't Barbados players just like go in, die, and then like get like a triple kill because they can't die afterwards? I think Barbados was actually a legitimate problem in that release. To be honest, he's fun to play, yes, but he's obviously too strong. Now, if that was his ultimate or something, I can see that, like a you know, I don't die kind of thing. That was his ultimate, not his like passive or something. I would have liked Exia's Trans Am to be cooler than what it is. I think it should have just been cooler. Like, make it so that like I have like infinite dashes or something. Like during the period of time, I can just press E as much as I wanted to. Yeah, I know that. I'm more speaking on like the nature of it. I would have loved Exia's E to like, when you press Trans Am for E to just like let you teleport as many times if you wanted to, with no cooldown during the period of time. Instead of just 2, it should have just been as many as I wanted. It's an ultimate. Like, fucking let me do it. Let me be broken for 8 seconds. Like, whatever. You know? Then at that point, I feel like Exia and Barbados would have been really similar. I would have liked that as well. I think Exia, having a single target Exia would have been fantastic. Though Exia kind of already wins in a 1v1. So. Yeah. I just, you know, just in like the vein of what it is. It's essentially a speed boost cooldown reduction in the game. So why don't you make it like just no cooldown? Just let me use my abilities until I feel like it's for the 8 seconds I have them. Because you look at Sazabi's ultimate, right? There's really no counterplay to that. You just get hit by it. And like, other than get away. Just go away. Moonlit Butterfly from turn A is the same thing. It kind of just, you just have to go away. And that's how it goes. Like, there is no real counterplay. I mean, yeah, sure, shoot, turn A, but it's really hard to do at the movement speed and angle at which it's moving. What other ultimate feels like really ridiculous? I mean, honestly, just those two. Just those two really stand out as being, like, kind of crazy. I would also have liked, like, hit indicators for the ultimates on, like, Zaku, because, like, the dash kind of feels like the beginning of the dash doesn't have an attack box. And you can't tell that, like, what distance that is until you know, have done it a few times. It'd be nice if I could just hold Q and go like, okay, it's that far, you know? just one in game. Nice, yeah, in a way. But that's kind of like heavy investment for like shooter players, to be honest. They're FPS players. I'm not gonna like. They like to just like run and gun it, run it down mid. That's kind of what they do. That makes for a fun shooter. Yeah, that'd be cool. I would have liked some like out of suit stuff too, but they didn't add it, so. Like the point captures should be like, you're not allowed to be in your suit during the point capture stuff, That would have been cool. And then people wouldn't be like, it's just like Overwatch because you'd be getting out of your suit and stuff, right? It'd be completely different. In that aspect, right? But that's just, it is what it is. Than this game or than Evolution? I think Evolution was a fine game at least. This game, at this point I'm kind of frustrated with how much time I've spent in this login screen. If it wasn't for the fact I can just watch streams, like over here and do other stuff, most people are probably aren't even playing games because enough people haven't gotten online. From what I understand. No, you think Evolution, honestly? I don't know. Evolution was solid, man. Evolution was actually a really solid release. I've got another. The bad things I have about it are very minor. Are they even gonna let us play? I'm seeing people say they got to do the tutorial stage. I just don't think people are actually gonna be able to play the game. Like they'll get to the tutorial stage, but the problem is that they won't get to play games because there's not enough people on the game. That's gonna be the problem. The other guy said he made a character, named it, got through the screen, went through the tutorial, and then got broken. They're literally there. He even said, like, I got all the way through the thing, like he specified. So, and I believe it. A lot of people say they get kicked out after the tutorial is done. The server's just super unstable. Because after the tutorial, you load back into the lobby area, and I bet every time you load into the lobby area, it gets kind of messy. Yeah, I mean, they have Tekken under the belt, right? It's kind of a solid game. People like that. They can't make a rollback netcode, but they tried. Yeah, there's also always compromise. Well, I think the thing is, and this is a common thing in like in Japanese companies, right? Um, we have this issue where they say stuff like that, but they don't think about infrastructure in other areas, right? So they talk about like, you know, oh, we have rollback netcode. Oh yeah, because their internet's better, like flat, right? So all they have to do is they can use the same netcode they've been using for everything, copy and paste, and it will work. But the United States is massive, right? And the worldwide, it's just massive. I'm sure it's not as simple as like, you know, this is my internet connect to it. You know, there's so many different kinds of like ways of connectivity and stuff. And the way ISPs handle connections and all the other port shit. I don't want to get too like too many specifics, but I can imagine a ton of things that could stop people from protecting this game. But right now, it's mostly just their servers sucking. The server also being really close to where they are is also a big part of it, right? In Japan, one server covers the entire country, which is easy. Joke. Like, you know, one big, large type server can cover the entire country. Oh, is it? Oh, for you? Oh, no. Using any network resources again? Servers are probably offline then. They cut off your off the online resource, the online at some point while you were doing it, and then it's not able to reconnect. Doesn't know what to do. It's like lost its starting point kind of thing. That I don't know, right? You could have. They put the download button on the game for the game way before. It doesn't seem like that. They put the download button on the thing like weeks beforehand, and you could grab the game and download it, and then you still had to wait, right? I knew what you meant. And then for this entire day to just be incapable of playing the game in its entirety. I had other things I could have done today. I can agree with that. It's just it's in poor form in general. I can safely say I do not like it. Oh yeah, no. This is literally it. It's frustrating on a personal level. I think And I think I think that's completely valid. Actually, I think that's more valid than you might think. It's not about everyone else, but most people aren't getting it anyway. And your time is the most valuable to you, right? Your own time. You can't like. No one can tell you that their time's more valuable than yours. So realistically, you can argue that your time is most important because it's yours, and therefore they should respect your time. But they're not respecting anybody's time, really. Even if Elon Musk said my time is more valuable than yours, he's not really actually factual, because you place your own value on your time, and you set the value of Elon Musk's time for yourself as well. So you determine his value. No one can tell you how much your time, what's the value of your time, really. So in your eyes, you're the most valuable, obviously, and that makes sense, as it should be. Okay. Now, I just think anybody who says that, like, it's not about me kind of things, like stuff like that, like it's not about my time, it's about other people, are kidding themselves. They're actually kidding themselves. It's not. People like that don't exist. They are just putting on a face. Like, just flat. Those people do not exist. And so this is extremely valuable to you, right? I mean, I love this stuff. This game was great. When I got my PS5 and I had no games on it, this is actually the first thing I got on my PS5, and I played it for a long time. I ended up like not wanting to buy games on my PS5 because this was just so much fun. And I hadn't experienced it on the PS4. I never knew it was on the PS4 until after I got my PS5, and I was like, oh shit. And since then, yeah, it's a huge surprise. I was super excited, like, to try. I wanted to play it on PC controls because I'm a little better at aiming on PC controls, on mouse and keyboard. But looking at the way the controls are set up, I pretty much don't care. But I still wanted to play it in like a clean setting where like the meta has not been like formed yet, right? Where on PC there's not a bunch of like pay to win like insanos yet. Exactly. Man, ridiculous. Let's see if they said anything on the theme. Oh yeah, it's been scarce the whole time. To be honest, I bought mine from a scalper. Excuse me. Oh yeah. For me, I'm definitely not a casual gamer. I'm literally on the internet. I probably play 8 hours a day easy. Like, it's practically a job. But it's what I do for fun. Like, as 2 o'clock rolls around, people will drop off, I think. Is it 2 o'clock yet? Oh, it is 2 o'clock. To be honest, I don't know what a good anti-scalper strat is. 1 per customer? But they just use bots to bypass that. 1 per bank account? You can't register, you can't, no, that doesn't stop scalpers, really. Like, what's a valid anti-scalping strat that will stop people from buying PS5? I think it's unfair. If you can't think of an option, how can you stop other people from thinking of an option? I mean, stores should stop selling people multiple PS5, yes. They should not be allowed to buy multiple of them. Stores should stop doing that. It should probably be 1 per delivery address. It's probably the best option. That'd be the only thing I can think of, is like 1 per delivery address. Okay. Well, the problem is that the scalpers use the bots, and they buy from different accounts continuously, so it all looks like different people are buying just one. So it's kind of hard to use that as like a reasonable level, you know? So even if we say 3 per delivery address, that's the only way you can really stop it. So without a valid response to how to stop it, it's kind of unfair, you know? And to get all the distributors to adhere to that level of stringency is kind of hard, right? You say, hey, you need to make sure that you only give it 1 per delivery address. They go, no, right? They tell you no. Oh yeah, I feel you. As a matter of fact, now that you speak on that, time to lower this fucking music. I've been listening to it for way too long. Thank you. I use VR chat not in the slightest. I've always had an interest in it. Never done it before. I feel like if I were to go as far as to use VR chat, then I might as well be a VTuber at that point, right? Like, just get a 3D model, buy one, use it in VR chat, and then also use it here. But I don't really want to be... I should try it, really. I've always had thoughts about doing it, so maybe someday. I have tons of friends who do it. Well, you know, VR is kind of hard to do as a casual. Are you telling me to go in desktop mode and play VR chat like that? I don't think I want to go half-cocked. Yeah, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go into desktop. I actually want to like do the whole VR thing because I like VR already. I already like I like Beat Saber and stuff like that. So my desire to have a VR is already there. Do a sightsee. Fair. I mean, it's at least better than Facebook's Meta, right? There's Gundam avatars. Cool, cool. I don't know if I do that, but that's cool. I'll think about it though. I'll put it on the back burner. Save like 4 of them. Man, this thing is so annoying. Come on, man. Say something in the. But there are 7,000 people right now trying to get in, apparently. I think I realized the problem with this. Yeah, it's been over an hour. But I think I get it now. The reason why you're not able to get in right now is because, so unlike the Gundam Evolution Network test, right? So the Gundam Evolution Network test was limited to. Why is this open? Um, yeah, they're gonna do it to us, and they're not gonna say anything either. That's the worst part. They're just gonna let it. They're gonna let it rock the entire time. Um, so the what's it called? Uh, no, that's the opening cutscene. I thought something changed. My bad. Um, I don't think so. So the Gundam Evolution Network test, right? It was worldwide. It was not. I mean, it was limited to just Japan and the United States. That was it. The Gundam Evolution Network test was limited there. And the Japanese accounts were only on the Japanese server, and the American accounts were only on the American server. They were separate, completely separated, right? This is a worldwide release for PC, and there's 7,000 people in it, which isn't a lot, but it's more than any individual server of Gundam Evolution was running at any given time. So let's check the Steam chart for Gundam Evolution, actually. Okay, let's see here. So the all-time peak was 11,298, right? And that was the last day of the network test. It was 11,298. Its initial release only had 4,887, and this is including all worldwide players in Japan and America, right? So you think about it realistically, if we cut it in half, like just half of them are American, which probably isn't accurate, but still, it's only 4,000 on any given server. There's 7,000 people trying to get into this right now. Mobile suit. Adler Operation 2. Let's see. There actually wasn't that people playing Evolution. They should have expected numbers. I agree. This is actually kind of off the wall. They should have been ready for it. There's no aggregate data for this yet. Hurts. Okay. There's currently Okay. Dang. Okay. Right now, there are only 4,450 people actually trying to log in. At the cap, it was 6,133. Yeah, but I don't think there's anything odd about people wanting to wanting to play a game, especially after a really good. I don't think it's. I think it is hard, actually. I think it is in fact hard. But this situation, they had more information than normal. That's the problem. They had more information than ever before. And I think that shows, right? They've had this time. They had the information from the Gundam evolution, giving them a big hype push, right? So you know that at least 11,000 people are aware that you're having another network test, right? Plus the people who are playing the other version. So you can argue that at least half your player base from the original game is going to want to play. Is probably going to want to play this game, right? So you take half your player base from the PS4, PS5, move it over to PC. And then you have your then you could take the 1100 and place it on top of there, just as like people who are going to want to play it, and that probably sets you to like 1,500 people. So you should have been ready for about 1,500 people realistically to join the game. And this isn't even a third of that. So I think that's really the problem. They could have done a staggered release or something like that. You're the only Gunpla YouTube content creator in India? That's insane. Well, then you got a racket there. Oh, you beat a Krypton? Congratulations. You have been at that for, was that 5 hours? Have you been at that for 5 hours trying to beat that one temple in freaking Zelda? That's crazy. That's more than that. It's like 6 or 7 hours. Dang. A minute, dude. You put in a day's work on that thing. Oh, you've been working too, okay. Yeah, I imagine Gunpla is kind of hard to get access to in some places. Here in America, we have to get hold of Gunpla, we have to go to like very specific hobby shops that import stuff, or like conventions, which aren't really happening during the COVID era, right? Like they're not really happening anymore. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, but keep up the hustle with the Gunpla stuff. I I'm sure it'll pay out eventually. When I say a shop I can go to, like I'm talking like there's one in every like couple 100 miles that might have one, and it's a very limited selection, right? I guess it's better than zero. Obviously, you literally having nothing is definitely worse. I'm not gonna deny that. Um, you definitely got it worse. But like, I had to drive a couple 100 miles just to get one. Or even plastic model shops. Oh, we're talking about Gunpla, which is the when I say Gunpla, I'm talking about Gundam models, essentially model Gundams straight from Bandai Namco, the ones that you build. I've got a couple. I've got a couple at home. Not home, at work rather. I made them at work. They're at work, but I've got a couple of them. I have a Zaku Amazing and and a Nightingale that I built. Both master grades. So very cool. One's master grade. What's the other one? What was the document? I think it was like a really easy one. Amazing and yeah, I can find this thing. The Zaku Amazing I bought is a high grade. There you go, high grade, and the Nightingale. On this box, high grade box, and then this one. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, so I made a high grade, and then there's this I made a master grade Nightingale, which is very cool. Very cool. We can get a good price. That's fair. You get random emails from this website asking you for random shit. 99% of the time, I don't know what they're even referring to. Ah, I can understand that. I'm afraid it's mutable. It sounds incurable. There. And they're just not gonna let us in. I can already tell. I'm gonna sit this entire thing. I'm certain of it at this point. No updates yet. Yep. No updates. I mean, I feel like you're joking. Sauron is the giant eyeball in the sky in Lord of the Rings, and Smeargle is the little demon goblin thing. That's weird. Okay, yeah, there you go. Lord of the Rings, Sauron's the giant eyeball in the sky that is after the ring, and Smeargle is the guy, the little goblin dude that's like my precious. Yeah, it would have been fine if they just. I would have loved them to just send something going, "Hey, we're currently experiencing some issues. We still haven't figured it out. You've never seen or read Lord of the Rings." Like that. Okay, yeah, it's fine. You should go read those, or at least watch them, even though they're a little long. Maybe just the first one. Um, yeah, at least the under maintenance notice would have been something. Have you seen any tune spoofs from any trailer spoofs from Tune Sandwich? No, I don't think so. Tuna Sandwich? Let me look this up. Maybe I have. Okay. Oh, I have seen one or two of these, actually. This Batman one, I saw that recently. You should. There's a Lord of the Rings in there. Ah. Yeah, we're never getting in, are we? This is a This is the infinite loop. Be praying to get in, knowing I'm never going to get in. Could be playing Zelda. Maybe I should have. Honestly, I wanted to like push through oh, Sean Bean doesn't die. I'll mark it down. Let me find this thing. Sean Bean doesn't die. Okay, continue my watch later. There's another game for PC. You know what? No. But in the United States, we have very loose laws, and so while it's not perfectly legal to emulate a game from Nintendo, you most certainly could play every single Zelda game on the PC with almost zero repercussions. Our laws are pretty loose in that regard. Here, if a game releases, I can literally go on the internet, download it, and the worst that happens is my internet service provider goes, "Oh, you downloaded something. I'm gonna throttle you for like 30 minutes." Great, just gonna do just that. Yeah, if your laws are loose enough, I would suggest doing that. If your ISPs don't actively throttle you or monitor what you do on the internet. Ours do, but they really can't do anything to you. And often you could argue that the reason why you can often go to them and just argue the reason why you were doing so was because you were trying to back up a game and don't have a device to back it up, and they can't really argue against you with that. And they'll throttle you for like 30 minutes, and like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have downloaded that, but they don't know what it is until you've downloaded the entirety of the item. Then they're like, oh, that's this thing. Do you think did it ever work out? Exactly, right? That's what I'm telling you. I will say that movies are a bit different. Movies have that FBI, warning on the front, which directly relay like, "Hey, this is illegal. Please, delete this now," kind of thing. So the FBI has a certain like hand in it, but in terms of video games, those labels aren't on video games. So movies, careful. Video games, go ahead and do it. Oh man. Who knew? Make money? I don't know. Tim Schafer. A couple people probably. Bobby Kotick. Yeah. People like that. They knew. They definitely knew. Oh yeah, tons of good franchises. One of the ones that I think about all the time, Armored Core, owned by From Software, hasn't seen a game in over 10 years. Oh yeah, Telltale Games. Yeah, that's another one. Who would have guessed games like that would have actually paid out? A game with minimal gameplay. Heavy Rain kind of paved the way for that. Yeah, that shit just went away. That shit just went away. Yeah. Someone will probably pick up Wolves Among Us too, because honestly, it's such a unique idea that was doing so well that I don't see why somebody wouldn't just pick it up and run with it. Especially knowing Telltale's done, someone would probably just come in and go like, okay, like I have that IP and just finish it. Often what happens with games, like when Sega went under and people started grabbing some of their titles and stuff, and Rare, getting bought out by Microsoft and such, right? There's always a chance something comes back around. Well, I mean, the fans critique anything anyway, but the reality of the situation is criticism doesn't matter. All that matters is sales. If the initial sales are fine, who cares? With the hype levels at the maximum, it doesn't matter anymore. If someone made Final Fantasy VII Remake and it wasn't Square Enix, I bet it would have sold just as good. And even if it was bad, everyone and their mom who played Final Fantasy VII would have still bought it. That's just me though. I imagine I don't think loyalty to companies is realistic. It's mostly loyalty to titles. I mean, I definitely have some company loyalties to some degree, but they're very rare. You ever played any Final Fantasy games? They're not for everybody, and depending on your age range, they'll probably fall pretty flat. It was like a period piece. How do you get ice arrows in what, Ocarina of Time, or in don't you need to like take the arrows like to somewhere where there is ice and they give you ice arrows? You like drop them in the water and they come out somewhere else or some shit. You want to? Any suggestions? How much do you care about graphics? Like, how pretty does the game have to be? Can you sit through some ugly stuff? Like, can it be 2D? Doesn't matter. I somewhat don't believe that, but I'm going to go ahead and believe you for now. If it doesn't matter, then my suggestions would be 6, 8, 9, or 10. Any of those. 10 is very easy to get into, and you'd probably enjoy it. So 10 would be the safest one. If you're okay with oh yeah, but yeah, dude, I love 8, dude. Okay, you notice I didn't say 7. Um, yeah, it's 3D. First of all, it's on the PS2. You can emulate it pretty easily. It's not about like having never played a Final Fantasy game. That's what about 7 Remake? Realistically, it's a fantastic game. 7 Remake is a fantastic game. I have no gripes with the game whatsoever, and the DLC is better than the game. The DLC is better than the actual game. Like a masterpiece, practically. But I would suggest that you play if you're gonna play Remake, play the original 7, just the first disc of the original 7, so that you can I play the original 7 and just play just the first disc. Like, that's all you gotta play is just the first disc, just to understand where the story is going and notice that things are changing. Because the remake is different than the original game. Like, stuff happens and then the story kind of diverges from like the primary story. And there's also a lot of backstory from other Final Fantasy games, like Crisis Core, that's going on in the story that you kind of lose. Like, the good ending of the game, you don't even get that, really understand that ending without playing Crisis Core. And so either like watch a video or something, I would say, for like, you don't have to go play Crisis Core. I wouldn't suggest anybody play Crisis Core. That shit kind of sucks. As much as people say it's good, they're on the copium. That's cope. Yeah, you have to respect the original a little bit because like the original paved the way for it. And I'm only saying just play the first disc. Like play the first disc or until you basically play till you leave Midgar. When you leave Midgar, you can stop. Do I watch Ruby? Certainly. I've actually watched a large portion of it. I've not watched all of it. I'm gonna be honest. I have not watched all of it. I think I stopped at the end of season 2, so I didn't watch season 3. But I watched a pretty large. Or no. It's got 5 seasons, right? I watched season whatever the 2 before the most current one. I'm 2 back. I've watched a large portion of it. I do enjoy it. I kind of hate the VA a little bit, the voice acting just a tiny bit, but it is it is worth sitting through for a decent story, and it's 8 seasons. Okay, it's much longer than I think it is. I'm like definitely not more than 5, so there's no way I'm at 8 or at 6. So yeah, I'm probably somewhere at 4. Then I've watched like half of it. Then probably it must have gotten longer since the last I checked. The original artist for Ruby, I was watching their work of the artist that started Ruby back when I was 14 years old. To specify that, 16 years ago. That's not a bad thing. Yeah, but I was watching that guy's work back when I was 14, which is over 16 years ago. The voice characters actually do get better. I believe you. They either get better or you just get used to them. Like many things, like SpongeBob's voice. Eventually, you just kind of like, oh, that's his voice, and you're here. And it stops being annoying at some point. For watching 100 episodes, you're like, well, that's just what he sounds like. No, I don't even know what Genlock is. Look this up. Genlock. What is Genlock? Oh, it's another Rooster Teeth show. You're so nagged out now? You missed one. Oh god, yeah, that's the worst feeling. Watching reading guides. That was me in in Shadowhearts. I did no guides all the way through the game, right? And then oh wow, okay, cool. I did no guides all the way through Shadowhearts, right? And then I got to the end of the game and I was like, I wonder what this little pit's for. And I already killed Amon, right? And I look at the guide and it says, oh, you do the pit and then kill Amon and you get Amon. And I was like, wait, so I could have gotten that? And I go, well, can I still get it? And I look, and there's no way to get it after that. Like, you can pick up the item all you want, just nothing. And it also locks you out of all the other in-game stuff. If I didn't look at a guide, I would not have gotten a good ending. I didn't even know a good ending exists until someone asked me about it in chat. Asked me what ending I'm going to get. I was like, there's multiple endings in this game? Yeah, just play the game. At some point, you just gotta trust yourself. You're an adult, you know. Like you're better than the game. You gotta remember that you're better than it. You just gotta do it. Don't let the game beat you. You beat the game. Some motivational speaking right there. Gonna let this 20-year-old child's game beat you? Yes, we are better than the game. I'm not better than the login screen though. As you can see, it's still beating me. But not the game, just the login screen. I'm better than the game, but this login screen though is better than me. 10-0 matchup. See, you're better than the game. As I said. Go find it. Let's see if they've sent anything about this maintenance stuff yet. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. You think you should steal cars? I'm not saying it's impossible. I do not endorse doing crimes other than stealing stuff off the internet. But realistically, yes, you could probably make a lot of money doing that. This Jin Lock show, it looks kind of cool. I will say something though. I like Ruby's animation. I hate that stuff. I hate the 3D generated animation stuff. It's boring to me. It's like soulless. It's just me. I do enjoy Ruby, so it's like one of the few exceptions. The quality of the show shines through. The animation. And the animator has been very good at 3D animation for way longer than 3D animation has been way better at 3D animation than most people for a very, very, very long time. Probably one of the best 3D animators to ever exist in our age. The original animator. And this kid was making stuff when he was, in his early 20s. And now he's like 40 something. So he's been at this 3D animation thing for 20 years now. So he's gotten quite good. But most of these other companies that are doing the 3D animation stuff, they just kind of fall into the rut of like, okay, it's 3D animated. Getting anime now? Okay, cool. Probably worthwhile to see a full art version. I will say that in terms of 3D animation, the few things that did shine through for me in terms of 3D animation was Arcane. Arcane was very good. I hate League. Hate League. But Arcane was good. Throw it up on YouTube. I will check it out. I'll add it to my watch list. RWBY anime trailer. It is an anime called Ice Queendom. Crunchyroll. And it looks pretty good. Oh yeah, I played League in season 1 and in season 0. So season 0, season 1, and season 2, I played League. I stopped in the halfway through season 2. I made it to Challenger and I quit. I was done. That was I was like, hey, I made it to Challenger. I hate this game. It was ruining my life, basically. So I quit and I never came back. I don't want to play TFT. All these cool things are coming out. I might play the fighting game. I'll be honest, I'm a big fan of fighting games, so I might play the fighting game. But realistically, I avoid Riot like the plague. And I do not like League. But their TV show is, in fact, fantastic. Someone convinced me to watch it, and it is, in fact, quite good. Even if I don't know all the characters that were going on, a lot of it was very good. I wonder if they're going to use the same voice actors for the anime of RWBY of Ruby. I don't know. Yeah, I hope season 2 comes out soon too as well. It was very good. They're probably going to take it really slow. They have so many hands like in different places. The fighting game seems to be like progressing smoothly. Like I wouldn't be shocked if next year we see the game, or like this Christmas we see like actual gameplay of the Riot Fighter. Now, the other part, that DNF duel game though, that freaking Dungeon Fighter Online fighting game was so good. Yeah, there was some jank and stuff, and it will get worse over time. It's definitely one of those games that just is gonna suffer. Trying to make your friend watch Ruby. Well, you can't really make somebody watch it. They're gonna get so stuck in the animation and the voices. They're gonna be so over it so fast. To be honest, you can't make people watch it. They have to want to. They gotta be like, okay, well, I got some time and I ain't got anything else to do, and that's what happens. But you can't like sit your friend down and say, let's watch this together. Doesn't like action. Well, Ruby's not just action. In fact, not just action. It's got a lot going on there. Makes you watch horrible slice of life anime? Well, that just sucks. I mean, there's some good slice of life. There's some good mix of that. And you sat through the whole thing, but he won't sit through the other half. Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. He seems to not respect your time very much, but respects his own. Not saying it's a bad friend trait or anything. I'm just saying call it how I see it. Like I'm trying to think of like slice of life anime that like really hits home. And there's very few. There's very few slice of anime that like really is good, like really good. Exactly, you gotta feel a lot of stuff, and Ruby does make you feel. Maybe not right away, but it makes you feel. It's the same with Arcane. Arcane makes you feel, so that was why it was so good. I can see past the 3D animation, though the 3D animation was actually gorgeous in that show, Arcane. Um, but yeah, like there's so much to talk about there. The snafu one. Let's Google it. You have to execute network command. Oh, that's different. That was different. Hold up. Got any updates here? Did I turn the servers off? You have to execute network command. Okay. Let's turn the game off real quick. And let's turn it back on. We're checking it real quick. Yeah, no major updates. They just keep adding text to the implementation stuff. Thank you, thank you. I hope I get in too. Something's definitely changing at least. So the network test ends in an hour. The network test actually ends in an hour. So if it doesn't fix soon, we're basically just not going to play at all. I believe it's an hour. Yeah, an hour. Can I just get my login bonus? Come on. Like login bonus? That was fast. Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was talking about like the physical login bonus, like on the thing. Like when you log in, you see the daily like calendar. I was looking for that one, not the intro. I was looking for the calendar bonus. I got those already. Yeah, I was talking about the calendar bonus, the weekly calendar bonus, where it like shows you like the all the days of the week. Well, you have to get into the game to get that, so I'm hoping to see it. Also, we have the head start bonus also, so that the new player head start bonus is also for logging into the game. So we should get like a buttload of coins just for getting in on one day, if we can get in one time. I honestly think the Steam page hasn't changed anything now. They just keep updating like covering their butts with yeah, I think they're gonna have to like roll back the server to before everybody logged in and do it again. I think that's the only way to fix it. It's just completely scrub the server because you're giving people unfair advantages by who got in and who didn't. They failed to execute network command. Okay, the new one. Yeah, 'cause I could just go back to playing on PS5. Like if this game never goes off, I could just go back to playing on PS5. I was just really hoping that the like playing in a meta where everyone doesn't have everything and like pay to win hasn't fully taken over yet. Someone hasn't like pushed way ahead and like have like super upgrades already, so that I can actually play the game in like a reasonable level and like someone not just completely decimate me because they just have a better suit. Because that's the problem with playing on console, right? Like I played on console like as a new player and it sucked, and I played for a while and it eventually came to that point. I would say that means I closed the server, but I pulled my application data, so it must be working. The server shouldn't close for another hour. Yeah, but I think that's just pure congestion on the back end because it is actually trying to execute it. It's probably just having normal hiccups, so they're actually like physically resetting it. Think you're done? That's fair, man. I mean, with exactly with an hour and 7 minutes left, not much is gonna get done. And even if you do get on, there's probably not enough people online to play a game. I bet a grand total of maybe like 40 people got to play an actual match of this game. Maybe. I'm gonna go all the way to the end, I think, but I'll just be here. Man, I was so close to actually playing. I'm so pissed off. Just wish, I just wish I wish this could have went better. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, if they scrub the data, then it'll be fine. I just think that they'll probably just do this. They'll probably just the people who got in get to keep their stuff, and the people who didn't, and everyone in the entire game is going to get some kind of bonus for not being able to get on. Right? They got to give some kind of like minor compensation, like 3 coins or something, 3 tokens or something like that, like a one roll. Um, but the problem is the people who got in still have that one edge on it, the edge of actually getting in the game. I don't think that'll go anywhere. I think there's thousands of people complaining on Twitter, but you're more than welcome to do so. I just think that the Twitter has been relatively silent about the network tests overall. You need a 6010 to go with it? Fair. Gotta let them know. You know what? Maybe when the game actually does launch, this won't happen because they're doing this now. Like realistically, when the game does actually launch, maybe the actual launch will suck because all these problems are happening right now. Yeah, it is kind of funny that Gunner Breaker did better than this. The mobile games tend to do a little better, but like every piece of, like even Final Fantasy 14 got bodied like on their release, and it took almost a whole day to solve the problem. So, though Final Fantasy 14 had a much larger player base in a worldwide release, which this also is a worldwide release, so we'll see though. Man, who knew it was a just chatting stream? Do you follow Final Fantasy 14? Uh, I played. I'm just so tired of playing the same game. To be honest, uh, I'm the kind of person who like I'll play a game for like a couple months, then go to something else, and play a game for a couple months, go to something else. I don't tend to stick to stuff, which is why I like RPGs because I can play it for like a week and then go to something else, play for a week. Oh, true. Just so sad. This could have been so good. This could have been so good. I would have enjoyed the day. 'Cause I haven't played this game in months. It would have been nice to reacquaint myself with it. Could run your if Elden Ring could run on your laptop, you play it without bugs. You play it. Yeah, Elden Ring's pretty solid. I played Elden Ring on PS5 just because I owned a PS5 and it was a good place to play it on. No real bugs or errors because console games tend to just be concise and good. They use the same parts. They're just always going to come out that way. One of the reasons why I like console. They really have network connection errors. They really have other stuff. Your enemies are invisible. Yeah, that's a problem. Kind of rendering error. How much you can do about that though? Yeah, if that includes the bosses, it's pretty much gonna generally just be bad if everything's fucking invisible. The challenge run right there. Beat the game while not seeing anything. You know, there's some enemies in the game that are in fact invisible. So that might actually be kind of funny because like it's basically like everything's the freaking invisible guy. There might be like a Steam fix for that problem too. Dang, yeah, that's a problem. There it is again. Okay. Walk around the forest and get killed? Oh, yeah. That do be a problem. Okay, let's just see what people are saying on the forums. Try to pick a flower and get killed. Maybe the flower killed you. You know, that's a pretty good point. So, we have the semiconductor shortage, right? And so, if they weren't prepared for the game to be this big, and they released it on PC, yeah, I didn't find too many. Most people are playing on PS4 or PS5 and streaming it like they're on PC. They tag PC, but they're playing on like PS4, PS5. Um, because of the semiconductor shortage, right? Let's say they don't have the infrastructure to support it. Yeah, they change screens with a good wallpaper. I agree. I have some cool wallpapers, I think, on the background of my computer. Let's see. I get to the background of my PC, this thing probably won't come down. Got some cool Gundam wallpapers. Hold up. To show what I got. Okay, I can't do it on this monitor, but I can do it on the other one. Hold on. Let me switch everything over. Okay. You pull this here. Change wallpapers. Okay, here we go. Actually, show some cool stuff. Display capture the other display. This one. Okay. So, this is my current wallpaper. Ignore it for a minute. It's because I have to switch monitors here. Let me change it here. Hold up. Where am all my Gundam wallpapers? I'm gonna make sure I don't see anything appropriate too. So give me a second here. Yeah, here. Just typing Gundam. Here we go. This one was cool. Pretty thick. This one's pretty cool. Little waves in it and stuff. I'm currently no, I'm not using this one, but this one's pretty cool too. I'm currently using this one. Pretty cool. Also solid. Yeah, no. These are the ones I've been using. Just because, like, they could have done some stuff like this. This one's a sick one. I like this one a lot. Pretty dope. They got that double O freaking ending thing. It's got music attached to it, apparently. More unicorn and new. This really sick one that's like a mini thing, it gives like clock and stuff. Very cool. Pretty sick. Some of these is freaking sick. Love it. Let me do the game. You've used all these before. I agree. These are very cool. All of these. I was actually thinking about like rearranging them into the overlay, like recording them and using them as like overlay pieces, um, in place of like the places right here, like places right here, like redoing the overlay, recording, and then using that as the like looping it. Need some new, yeah. Wallpaper isn't exactly the best for that, so. Loud. Get out of here. Also loud. Why are they so loud? It's pretty cool. Anyway. I'm just gonna use the other one I'm not using as my other wallpaper. There we go. It's saved. Maybe we'll play the game eventually. Unfortunately, not today. Looks like it's just not going to happen. This is super frustrating. There are circular monitors. I have curved monitors. As a matter of fact, my monitors are curved, but I have two curved monitors. My friend has a double wide curved monitor, but nothing like nothing too crazy. So the network test was a huge success. Like 8 people got to play the game. Gotta say, like they really did. They really outdid themselves. Uh, 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 uh. Wait a second. I gotta accept all this stuff again. I'm going as fast as I can. Dear God. I'm receiving my stuff again.
Welcome to the battlefield, pilot. I hear you'll make a valuable addition to our outfit.
Get this one, fuck it, whatever. No, wrong skin color. Brown than that. Yeah, I've already done it too. I did it once before and it sat here trying to save. Oh. And it went blank. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Are you kidding me, dude? This arm. Bricked again. The thing on the bottom stop. Let me see if it's using any network resources. Probably not. Yep, not using any network resources, as suspected. Get more detailed display here. Yeah, looks like it bodied. Oh, wait, it's using network resources again. And now it's not. Okay. Yeah, we kill the game. Damn it, dude. Oh, flicker of information go by. God. Why do you do this to me, game? Almost the cusp of something great. I did. Oh, I got it again. Hold up. People are giving up. It's finally time. Oh, I said no. No, I said no. Oh, let me in again. Sick. I've accepted the same reward. Maybe I'll get a bunch of rewards on accident. It'll just overload me with shit. Wouldn't that be great? We're stuck here now. 50 minutes left in the thing. Yeah, I got stuck on the character screen again. Now saving again. Go back in. I'm watching the game's network resources to see if it's doing anything. I was able to get in a few times, and then it just got stuck again. Let me in the game for a few minutes. Let me at least get to the tutorial. Let me touch the game. Let me just touch it just once. Oh yeah, I see what's going on here. Uh, if you want to play, you can play it on the well. I guess if you're on PC, you don't have an option. But I was gonna say if you want to just go play it on console or something. But yeah, you're forgetting everyone can't have like a PS4 or PS5. It's clickbait. Yeah, basically, it's the equivalent to clickbait. Failed network activation or failed thingy. to retrieve application data. And it's not using any, yeah, it's not using any network data. Yeah, that might be a pretty accurate statement. This says the game's open 3 times. I mean, I was able to get in so many times. I didn't fuck up that second one. I might have even made it all the way through. That's kind of sad. It gave me the chance. So I wonder if the reason why the statement is yeah, that one would have been nice. It's still using internet, okay. Yeah, where games were actually playable, yeah. Back when they had browser-based games. I agree. It was a time and a place for that. And then they killed Flash, so, you know. Basically the only games that, like, place that has games nowadays is, like, Newgrounds or whatever. And a couple other places that, like, actually work, but even then, you wouldn't want to mess with those. Still using data. Still using it. What a waste of time, though. Like, holy crap. Ooh. Like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what it seems like. Like, so this is gonna sound weird. I'm not necessarily salty to Bandai Namco, only because Nexon screwed me much, much worse. You could level up twice in the league, I agree. You could level up your account level twice in the league. You probably could have made it to level 10 by now. Because realistically, I started initially, right? So it started for me at 8 p.m. and it's now 3 a.m. Is that correct? 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. 3:30 a.m. 3:15 a.m. Yeah. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hours. In 7 hours, you can definitely get to level 10 in League and open up, you know, unlock jungle and TFT and ARAM all at the same time. So you could have unlocked majority of the content in League of Legends in the time frame it took to even get into this game. It's been 7 hours. Yeah, for me it's heck, unfortunate. I would have really enjoyed this too. You have anything to say yet? Any words? The meme on the thing. They say about Gundam Metaverse and what not, but then they can't even do a network test right. Yeah, they. There you go. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Tail Rider would have been fun, or DM Kai or something. Anything really. I'm just memeing on the message boards of the game right now. So people are saying there's another network test in an hour and a half. Really? I don't believe that. If there is, I'll just go to sleep. Let me check this again. Okay, let's confirm. Okay, so the first half. Oh, so we're gonna get a test tomorrow. Again. Yeah, but I can never get in. I always want to get far enough to fucking make my character. So I'm gonna get all those free tokens, and I'm not gonna touch the normal stuff. Like if I do get in the game, I'm gonna get all those free tokens. But you stay whole day. Oh yeah. Uh, so I'm gonna get all those free tokens from the login, and I think I'm not gonna use them because it says that there's only the free ones that are only distributed. You cannot buy tokens, right? And only the normal supply drop is available, which means we don't have like a banner to roll on. So I think I'm not going to buy off the normal supply drop. Only the free initial roll that they require you to do, right? The one they're like, all right, here, roll, do a 10 roll for free. Well, just to try it. You know, that tutorial, I'll do that tutorial, but then I'm just not going to spend the coins. I'm going to hold them for the banners. I'm going to hold it for the banners for the good stuff, too. Gotta hold like 100 coins or some shit. You know, assuming I can even get my login bonus, which seems like it's not going to happen. The login resets at 5. Not pretty much given up, I think. Like, there's no chance shit opens. Yeah, that's the worst part. I know if I close it, it's just going to turn on. Good things happen when you leave. There. Okay, good luck, man. I hope you get in. Yeah, I'm getting this too. Yeah, I'm done here too. I'm just gonna freaking get off, I think.